Here we are today, guys. It's kind of early, but today is the day that the new owner picks up the SRT4. It's kind of weird. I have the same feeling now that we did when we picked up the GTR. It feels like somebody kicked me in the stomach. I don't know if it's because I feel like the kid's gonna lowball me or if we're getting rid of the car, but I have the same feeling. Me and this car have been through a lot, mostly bad times, because we did everything that we could to get to the goals we wanted, but it never got the ET we wanted, which would have just took time, which I don't have much time. We only go to the track every once in a while, probably once a month, to be honest. In a car like this to dial in, you need to go there as much as possible. But the new owner is I think he's a teenager, if not young 20s, and he'll have a lot of fun with it on the street. He's into neons. He bought our white ACR that we had, the parts one. He's rebuilding that. So now he has two ACRs, so that's kind of cool. He has the white one and the black one. But I figured I would do this and get a cold start because I'm about to go wash it for him and buff it. He's gonna be here in like an hour and a half, so I'm running out of time. So let's get a cold start and then we'll pull it over to wash. Here she is, pretty dirty. I'm about to wash her up though. I'm not sure if he's trailering it home or driving it, but if he's driving it, I did not tell him it doesn't have a heater. We deleted the heater core hoses because with the Sidewinder, it always ran like 10 degrees hotter. Never overheated, just ran like 210 instead of 200. So we ended up deleting them, and the hoses rose really close to the metal and I didn't want them to burn. So we deleted them. So I hope he's not driving it, but we'll see. If he is, it's gonna be a cold drive to Omaha. But let's get this washed up and then I'll show you all the parts it comes with. And then I'll show you all the Terminator parts I found at my dad's that I had no clue that I kept. So stay tuned. These are all the extra parts I'm giving him. Basically everything we got for neon, slicks, stock cams, and the BC stage 2 cams are in the car, so the stock cams are in the box. Boost leak tester, which you'll need that. Factory intercooler, just stuff like that. Factory steering wheel, everything I got. All right, guys, I know a lot of you only clicked on this to see this part. These are the Terminator parts that I found at my dad's that I didn't know I still had. So you guys haven't seen my convertible Terminator yet. Once you see it, these parts will make total sense. I pretty much built it to an extent that I didn't think I ever would. But I have even more stock parts sitting in the corner here at the shop. But these ones I totally forgot about because this was from the first build, which was like 8 years ago probably. So let's go through this stuff. So not all of the stuff's Terminators, but here's my stock cams from it. I got Todd Warren cams, so I put the stock ones in the box. Factory fuel rails, factory radiator hoses. That's from my Raptor. Factory tensioner. Factory oil pump. Part of a factory emissions line. Factory idler pulleys. Still in decent shape, a lot better than my salvage title Cobra I just bought, so maybe we'll just put these in. Factory EGR. Whole bunch of miscellaneous stuff. More Raptor parts. Power steering pulley. That one's a lot harder than this one. Then we got factory IRS parts, bushings. I don't know what that weight's for. I never knew what that was for. More bushings. So I did a full tilt and boogie kit. That's how I got all this stuff. Original fog lights. I put the LED ones in. They're just dirty. They clean up pretty nice. More emission stuff. Sway bar links. Factory wiring for the taillights since I have sequentials. Another radiator hose. Flywheel bolts. Tensioners and secondary chains. Cam bolts. Oil pan bolts. Timing chains. Timing chain gears. Timing chain guide. Valve cover bolts. Not sure what bolts those are. Timing cover bolts. Timing tensioners. With the bolts. Another tensioner. Coolant reservoir thing, emission stuff, spray painted valve cover, well, coil cover, couple oil pickup tubes, emissions, oil pan thing, forget what they're called. That's for the Raptor throttle body. Custom radiator hose for my Terminator. Factory pistons from the Terminator. PVC valve. Fuel hose, thermostat housing, bolts I think they're after, head bolts, dipstick, hose, oil cooler delete, all the pistons are in there, more time to change tension. Timing chain or rear cover, rest of the guys, water pump, more gears, heat exchanger hoses, heat exchanger, adjustable clutch cable, Scott rod panels to fill the holes. Radiator cover, oil pan gasket, and then I found this for my Fox, my high school car. I knew I had one laying around that wasn't all chipped up. So we'll put that on there. So nothing exciting, but a lot of stock stuff. But like I showed you, I have that roller at my dad's that I said I might build. So these parts actually save probably $1,000 at least. Because if I do a motor, I'm not going to buy a long block. I'll just buy a block and rebuild it. So we could use those pistons. There's nothing wrong with those. Water pump. Because obviously this stuff's used, but it was fine when I took it off. I just built my car to a large extent. So in that car, it'd be like a complete budget car just to get it running and driving. So I'd probably just sell it. I don't really care for it. But yeah, thought that was cool to share. Thought it was cool to find all this stuff. I'm surprised my dad didn't throw it away. So I know some of you might need some of this stuff, but I think I'm just gonna hoard it a little longer with the prices going up on these cars so much. Everyone thinks stock is worth so much. Well, to me this stock stuff's junk, but we'll see. But back to the Neon, let's see how we are on the progress of the wash. Here she is, all cleaned up for me. Bittersweet, but on to bigger things. Cleaned up pretty good. I didn't have time to buff it, so this is literally just a wash and rinse, I would say. Wish I could have buffed it, but I've been too busy. There she goes. Gonna miss it.